Humans conversing naturally with machines? Yeah, right. That can only happen if we solve NLU, Natural Language Understanding. And we have a breakthrough. You are going to see Pat, the NLU, solving the Winograd Schema test. This is a test for intelligence or machine intelligence for computers. Pat humanizing machines.
Now let's look at Pat in action. In this next example, we'll see call Beth, no John, and with NLP, 50% of the time NLP may well come out with the result call Beth, or the other half of the time it doesn't work. Call Beth, no John is unambiguous. In English, it means call John. It's just a simple correction. Equally, if it was call Beth, no text, that would mean text Beth. It's unambiguous. Language is unambiguous most of the time. And in terms of working with devices, that's what we should see. Okay, so let's start with the example we just looked at. Call Beth, no John.
Call Beth, no John.
How do we know what it did? Well, we can just ask it. The reason we ask it is because that's how language works.
Called? John.
So there we have it. Let's just reset, and we're now going to activate one of the Winograd schema examples.
The counselors didn't give a permit to the demonstrators.
So notice
they had been fearing violence at the event.
Notice that we have counselors, a permit, and the demonstrators that are in that first sentence. So in the second sentence, when we see they had been fearing violence at the event, they has to refer to the only context we've got available, counselors, permit, or demonstrators. The only plural ones are counselors and demonstrators, so it's limited to that. Now, if we then ask a question, they had been fearing violence, convert that to who, we'll see what the machine thinks.
Who had been fearing violence? It was the counselors.
So why would it be counselors based on the information that we've got? Well, it's common sense knowledge that counselors would fear violence at an event, whereas demonstrators may well be encouraging violence. And also, who feared violence is probably a simpler way of asking this without the additional tense and aspect in English.
Who feared violence? The counselors.
And you'll notice that we've got different answers there for counselors, it was the counselors, and so forth. That's just the type of natural responses that you would expect from a natural language understanding system.